foundation inspection. We're standing at the left hand side elevation and we have a post tension cable end here. It's exposed and needs to be covered up. It's called parding. It protects it, stops water from getting on it and rusting. Another post tension cable end showing there. A lot of flat work here. It's got a drain, which is good. We're now moving to the right elevation of the property. And here the soil levels are far too low and the grade is shrinking away from the grade beam. This grade needs to be higher to actually protect the foundation, support it. We're now at the right hand elevation and the grade again is very low towards the rear. It needs to be built up to protect the foundation. You can see here this is a sort of a temporary retaining wall. Well, it's not really a retaining wall, it's some wood stuck in the ground. Now I must warn you here, this wood is what termite inspectors call a conducive condition. I highly recommend you have a termite inspection. Moving down here. Right, we're at the right elevation and we have a crack in the foundation here. It's probably been here a long while, but a number of things go on when you get cracks. First thing is moisture can find its way into the slab underneath the building. In addition to that, as the slab moves, this crack could open and widen. Front elevation, no, we're at the right elevation now, so this was the rear elevation here. I'm confused where the oh okay, I can see what's going on. Right, that was a side elevation, this is the right elevation and the grade is very poor along here. It's being washed away. You can see if you look up there's no gutters, and that's the reason we've got a lot of erosion here. There's a French drain, but with all this erosion going on, it's quite likely that drain is blocked. Looking at the foundation, the front elevation. Now we have another crack in the foundation here. Moving to the right elevation. You can see how the lack of gutters has allowed water to splash back onto the brickwork. Well, that brickwork will penetrate the water will penetrate the brickwork, and that could cause rot in the stud system. Remember, these houses are timber. This veneer here, this brick, is a veneer. This is the grade inspection. We're at the right elevation. These trees here are going to have roots that will go underneath the foundation, and you can see also that the leaves and the actual tree itself is coming into contact with the roof, and that's going to damage the roof. The grade is okay at the front, we've got it sloping away, but the grade on the left hand elevation is poor too. Here it's pretty flat, it doesn't actually slope away enough from the foundation, although it's improving around this area until we get to beside the shed, where it's not very good at all. And then we're going to the rear elevation. I've already spoken about that when I was doing the foundation. You can see here is very little in terms of slope, so it's not going to drain too well. We're standing on the roof looking at the rear elevation. You can see here there's been some temporary repairs made to the roof itself. Very poor repairs, and it almost certainly will be leaking. I cannot walk down any further on. I've got to inspect from here for two reasons. First thing is, I'm very suspicious about the roof and the decking, because I've now found these patches here and there could be soft decking around, and the roof is too steep for me to generally walk on. Looking to the rear here, you can see that we've got two skylights. Both are in very poor condition. The flashing around them has been treated with a black bitumen. It's not the way to fix leaking flashing. You should replace it. And the trees are coming into contact with the roof. I'd rate this roof as very poor. We have a differential settlement crack at the right elevation of the property. You can see the cracks running down here and makes its way down to the foundation. It's classic. So that's at the right elevation. Here the grade is in actually contact with the brick, so we're going to get water penetrating the wood, the cavity. And we have another crack here. You can see it's running in that area there. Okay, we're at the rear elevation now, and we've got a crack running down the wall here. So there's movement at this point here. Screen coming away here. We're at the rear elevation. We've got a hole in the caulking here. This is the window to the bathroom, master bathroom, and this window should be safety glass, and it's not. There's water damage to the siding at the gable end. The chimney has a damper, there it is up there. The problem with it is there is no damper lever. Well, not that I can find. It's a rail for the metal curtain. I wonder if this opens it. No, it's not opening it. No, there is no damper. Aha! Getting a little brighter. There's an awful lot of soot in here. That indicates the build-up inside the chimney of combustible materials that could cause a chimney fire. You must get this swept. This is the electrical meter. We have a grounding wire here, down in this corner here, but it's completely covered in mud, so I can't see if there's a grounding bar there. This is the electrical panel. We've got an AC here, and it is 8 AC. Where are we? That's furnace, and then we have AC, which is 100. 8. So 8, 9 and 8. And they're 50. Yeah, okay. So this is overrated for the compressor. It should be 30 amps and it's rated at 50, so considerably overrated. This is an electrical panel, taking it off the wall. You can see it's torn the paint away from it. This is painted, it shouldn't be painted, that's an accelerant. This is the electrical panel. We have double tapping here. It's completely wrong. Yeah, double tapping. This is very bad. We're talking about 80 amp circuit, and it's double tapped. You're going to need to have an assessment of this panel by an electrician, how to make it safe. It may be that the whole panel will need to be replaced. and a more up-to-date panel put. But here, this is unacceptable, double tapping on an 80 amp breaker. No GFCIs in the kitchen. GFCI in the bathroom. Actually reset in the garage. Let's go out there, show you where it is. Here it is here. Turn it off, turn it on. So GFCI in the bathroom. Let's go and check the master. And that's GFCI too. That's good. Now the GFCI that's missing for the kitchen's easily fixed. You just buy yourself a GFCI outlet from a hardware store and fit it, and you'll be fine. They cost about 30 bucks, thereabouts. Like it's attached to the GFCI in the garage, which is a plus. Yes. Da, 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 da. Let's have a quick look at this, see if it's working. Yep, it is. And that's GFCI's reset in the garage. We've got a return temperature of 85. And up on the register above us here, we have a supply temperature of 66. Let's have a look at the master bedroom and see what we're getting into there. That being an important place to call. 77. That's not too good. That means we've got about 73, 80, 85. Yeah, that's not very good at all. And the air conditioning into the master is running at 80. It's a drop of 4 degrees. There's something wrong with that system in there. We should see a greater drop than that. We want 15 to 20. That's 75. That's 10. Again, it's below par. That's 70. That's a bit better. And we got a 15 degree drop there. Let's have a look, see what we've got in the family room. Yeah, 73. 78. Yeah, 70. That's a bit better. 70 to 85. That's 15. So it's a bit variable, but I'd say it's averaging out at about 10. The water pressure is excessive. It's reading at about 95 pounds per square inch. It shouldn't be more than 80. It should be between 40 and 80 pounds, and it's actually registering about 7 or 8 pounds over that. So it is over pressure. The solution is to regulate it down. Due to recent rainfall, the water meter is covered in water. I can't see it. This is the water heater. It's missing a safety pan, so if it leaks, it's actually going to flow into the house. Up here we have the pressure temperature relief valve. That's not working properly. That's got a leak now. So temperature pressure relief valve needs replacing. They shouldn't stick. They should operate immediately. It's tough. There's debris in the food waste disposer, and it's causing one heck of a noise. we have a slow drain at the master tub. I connected the garage closer, but it still doesn't operate.